I'm sitting here in the truck out in the dooryard, as you can see. Best in the back. And Sue's just getting ready to take her bread out of the oven. She baked bread. And then we're going to go to Newport. And probably go to the dump too. Just kind of drive around. It's a beautiful day. You can see the sun's out. Everything's covered nice. We got about an inch of snow last night. And I think this afternoon I'm going to go for a snowshoe trip. Okay, Sue just took her bread out of the oven, put it on the cooling rack, and hopped in. So we're on our way. Only had 3 orders today, and Beth put them in the mailbox right there. Mailman should be along any time. No customs. Hi, I'm Tinny from Design, and today I'm out in the woods doing a little bit of a snowshoe trip just to get a little exercise. So let me swing a camera around and we'll shoot up through the woods here and see what we can see. Now, came out this morning and built a fire in the stove, and there we go right there, I think. And only had 3 orders today, so that wasn't too bad at all. We banged that right out. Had to stop and make a batch of 12 centimeter lids. Ran out of those. Had some cook kits. But we got all through that fairly easily. And then we went to Newport and did some grocery shopping and that kind of stuff. And now I'm out on my snowshoes. Just put on a brand new set of gaiters, and we'll keep the snow off my pants, keep me dry. Of course, if I fall down with the camera, that would be a bit of a horror show, wouldn't it? Yikes. Now, I'm using a different camera today because my camera that I shoot most of the time with got damaged, so I have repaired it with some sugar, and I'm waiting for the sugar to harden before I go back to using it. So this is my camera I had before the 560. This is the P90 Nikon, and it's not as high as resolution as you've probably noticed, but I think it'll work for today. I had the other camera take a 6-foot fall onto a cement floor, and it did muff it up a little bit. Wasn't the best thing that's ever happened to it. Now, most of this area here that I'm walking in, especially down ahead, you can't travel in the summertime because it's all swamp and there's a couple of feet of water and mud. But in the wintertime, it's all frozen over, so you can basically walk anywhere you want to. And I think there's an old law on the book that says if you're walking on snow, you're not trespassing. That's kind of weird, huh? That's what I've heard. So, let's get going and go up through here a little further. There's a crust underneath the snow, and that's not good for the deer. They step through, and they drag their legs across that crust, and it's really hard on their legs when they're traveling. So this isn't the best time of year for deer. We don't usually get too much for crust. Every now and then we do. The weather's been kind of odd for the last couple of years. I think it's a global warming thing, probably. I haven't seen a lot of deer track. We were out walking yesterday, and there was a place where they had crossed the road was pretty obvious. Wow, that'd be a good spot to hang a hammock right there. Those two trees are just about the right distance apart. Good, healthy trees, too. But I imagine in the summertime it'd be a little wet underfoot. Now, there's a lot of places where I traveled when I was a kid that I'd like to travel again now in my old age. I imagine most of it's all grown up. There's a big half-acre pond back in the woods that was stocked with trout back when I was a kid. I'd like to go back there and see that. I would imagine by now there's trees there 10 inches through the trunk that have grown up, because that was, 50 years ago. And I would imagine it's pretty well grown over by now. You know, this is kind of tough snowshoeing because you keep breaking through the crust, and if you're not careful, you can catch the tip of your shoe on the crust and go for a ride, like I just did with that foot. Yeah. Good thing about snowshoes is, they say, you can't get lost because you're marking the path the whole time. But let me tell you a little story. It's true, you can go right back and you see your path. But one time I did a loop. I went out into the woods like this, and then I made a big loop. And when I came back around, I missed the spot where I started the loop, and we went around the loop again. I went around that loop like 5 times before I finally figured out what I was doing and found my old entrance point and got back home. I was getting a little concerned. It was getting dark. Now, this is a yellow birch. Look at all the really great stuff inside the fire here. Wow, look at that. That stuff will go up just like newspaper. Good stuff. And boy, there's a ton of it here. Look at that. Wow. Old dead yellow birch. Cool beans. I'll put my glove back on. Now, this is basically my backyard. Once you leave the house and walk about 30 feet over a rock wall, this is basically what you have right in the backyard, and it goes on a long, long ways. Just Maine wilderness and swamp. That's what my backyard is. About 30 feet from the foundation, and it turns right into this. Drops down over a bank, goes out into a swamp, and then it's just no roads, no people, just wilderness. So if I want to go for a walk in the woods, I really don't need to drive 50 miles to the Appalachian Trail. I can actually throw on a pack, step out in the backyard, and although I may have to cross a field, after a mile or two, once you get past that field, you can go probably for 15 miles and not come across too many roads. You might have to cross a road or two, but depending on which way you go, it's you can Google this area, central Maine, and look and see that there ain't a lot out here. Few roads, that's about it. If a guy wants to start a fire, you take some of that yellow birch bark, and then this kind of stuff here that just it just snaps real easy. A bunch of that, and then some of this bigger stuff like this, and there's even bigger stuff that you can just pick up off the ground like that, and just break it over a tree trunk. You can build up a pretty good fire really quick. Doesn't take much at all. As long as you've got an ignition source, something that'll take a generator spark, fire rod, and I'm pretty sure that yellow birch will take a spark. You can get a fire going here in a little to no time. Say nothing about having like a Bic lighter or a candle. Then you're in for sure. I'll have to try starting one with a fire rod next time I'm out here just to see how much it takes to get it going using a little yellow birch bark. Well, tripod down here. While you're watching here, I'm putting the tripod down underneath the camera. There we go. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.